Falcon fans, and of course, good old Atlanta Falcon fans. You already know what it is. You already know what to do. One time for the fan. We back talking Atlanta Falcons football in a positive way. Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Amazon Podcasts, man, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, pretty much everywhere, man. We outside. Hashtag we outside. Falcon fans, what's up to y'all? T Will, former ATL Sports, one time for the fan, and Miss Carrie is here one time for the fan. Miss Carrie, go ahead and start with you. How are you doing, ma'am?
I mean, it's a new day. I'm blessed. I'm alive. I'm well. I'm healthy. And I'm hoping our Falcons get back on track on Sunday. So can't complain.
Carrie is hoping the Falcons get back on track. That's a pretty good fortune cookie. Big shout to T Will, former ATL Sports, one time for the fan. T Will,
Yes, sir.
what you got for us tonight, brother?
Hey, man, all good. Super excited to be back, bro. Hopefully we can get these Falcons on track and whatever 24-hour bug they had on Sunday has left the organization, their mindset, and their bodies, and we can get back to work and get back to winning. Super excited either way. How are you, Mr. Jack Spade?
I'm doing well, man. For those who do not know, I had a birthday on Sunday. So try to
Scorpio,
celebrate.
baby.
Scorpio season is definitely
Scorpio
in full effect.
season,
T Will is
best
also
season.
Team Scorpio. Carrie's team, I don't know,
Capricorn.
Leo or what is it? Sagittarius. What is it, Carrie? What is it?
Capricorn. The
Oh,
best sign.
Capricorn. Team Capricorn is here in the building. Carrie says the best sign. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We're here to talk some Falcons football, man. It's a lot going on with the Falcons right now. What's up, brother?
We got to talk about her background and her hat, man.
Oh, we're definitely going to get to all that. Oh, that's all part of the show. One time for the fan is from the fan for the fan.
Not too much, please.
You gotta do it. We love the background.
Thank you.
The background
Thank
is
you.
dope.
I appreciate
the hat
you guys.
is dope.
So Carrie, you just going to be like spoiling us with a little bit of the background here, a little bit of the background there, because
You guys know I don't like
going
being on
viral is
camera.
pretty cool these days. And Carrie has said a lot on Twitter, and I'm sure a lot of Falcons fans would love to see who is the person behind those tweets that's been going out recently. Of course, Carrie is a diehard Atlanta Falcons fan, so for all the fans that do follow Carrie on social media, you guys get a chance to see the real from a fan who wants to see the team win, but it's just been very disappointing. Carrie, for everybody that does not know your social media, you want to go ahead and just let everybody know where they can follow you on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, wherever you want to use for tonight?
Yeah, preferably Twitter. That's where I keep it strictly football. It's all, football stuff talk on there. A little bit of soccer too, but yeah, mostly all Falcons. And normally I'm a real positive Falcons fan, like you said, but I feel like since Sunday, man, it's been so hard for me.
It's been very difficult for all of us, I must say. It's been very difficult.
I've tried my best to be
crazy. Some crazy dude in the chat is asking where you live.
No.
Some idiots asking where you live.
Oh my goodness, is that Eric Parker? No, I'm kidding.
No, it's his brother. It's his goofy brother. I don't know.
No, but I've tried my best to be, we are positive fans, but we also have to face reality, So I've tried my best to be critical, or critique what's going on, point out what's the problem in a respectful way. Like I'll never say something about someone that I wouldn't say to their face. So
right. And Falcon fans, you're definitely here enjoying a very good, positive podcast. I know a lot of people have been really upset recently about the disappointing losses of the Atlanta Falcons as we now sit at 3-4 on the season. But we got somebody here in the chat early with one of those super chats. Big shout out. DSGB Hall in the building with the super chat early. It's going down in a major way for DSGB Hall. It says, Jack, hope your birthday. Look at this, T-Will. Look at this. Hope your birthday was magnificent. Look at this guy. Look at this
That's
guy.
actually pretty good. That's pretty good.
If we can get Ernest on the podcast, maybe we can send him a link and he can show us the shoes that Carolyn bought him today, trying to keep him fresh and warm for the winter.
Wow. Hey, I'd love to have DSGB on the podcast, man. He's a great dude. I'd love to. We got Dansky in the chat as well.
For real.
You know what? Maybe you should get to some fans in the stands, Jack.
let's get to the fans in the stands so we can catch up because there's a lot going on within the Falcons community. DSGB Hall, thank you so much for this super chat.
Super chat.
Gary?
Super chat.
Love it, yeah.
Man, I
Gary's here at
haven't had to do
8:50.
that the last few times.
Right. As long as it makes Kerry smile, that's all it's about,
Hey,
Falcon fans.
that's
I don't
all
know when
that
the last
matters,
time
right?
Kerry had a good smile when it regards the Falcons. So hopefully,
The
we can
Bills
get some
game.
more. The Bills game. So a couple days now. So
That
Falcon
was
fans,
probably the last time.
keep sending those super chats. So Raheem Morris and the crew, please keep getting those dubs because we need Kerry smiling over here. Heading to the fans in the stands so we can catch up to the chat. We got some questions for you all tonight. Of course, you guys see the description of the show. Problems in the ATL. We have to go over that tonight because fans were not expecting, what is happening right now with the Atlanta Falcons. And hopefully we can get back on track very soon. 82 Monte Carlo is here in the chat talking Falcons football with us tonight. He said, we need a dub like a hot 20. Man, that boy 82 Monte Carlo said we need a dub. Jeremiah Weems is in the chat.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. He's definitely telling the truth. Jeremiah Weems in the chat with the fiery emoji. Big shout out to Jeremiah Weems. DSGB Hall's checking in without the super chat first with the one-time emoji. Shout out to DSGB Hall checking in from the West Coast. We have a lot of Falcon fans. William Amy is here in the chat too as well. Big shout out to William Amy. Jeremiah Weems said, Falcon fans, what's up, Jack Spade and Terry Carey? Offense and defense got to tighten up against the Patriots. Kerry, we're going to go back to this comment in a minute because we're going to talk a little Falcons Patriots tonight. Hopefully not talk too much Falcons Dolphins because we don't want to talk about a loss here on the podcast. Don't. But that was the last time we got a chance to talk to you all. Was last week Friday on Breakfast with One Time for the Fan. This is the following podcast now, so we have to catch up on a little bit of what happened here. I know fans might be upset to talk about the past, but that's what we have to do here to get to the future. Big shout out to Silk Legacy in the chat too as well. He said, what's up, my delusional family? Yeet. Get some. Big shout out to Silk Legacies in the chat. Big shout out to William Amy again. He said, king shit, Leo season. Well, we still in Scorpio season, William Amy. Come on now.
Scorpio season.
Can the Scorpios do their thing and go ahead and keep this train rolling here? We gotta roll into the next season a couple weeks away, but don't worry about that, man. It's still Scorpio season. And T-Well, with Scorpios, we don't just celebrate our birthday on the day of our birthday. Scorpio
we do it all
lasts
long.
all the way to the all long.
We roll that bad boy to the wheels fall off, Jack.
Right.
That's how we do it.
Right. So any Falcon fan here in the chat that still want to say, hey, shout out Jack Spade, happy birthday, happy belated birthday. I'm celebrating it all month, Falcon fans. So it's good to see you all here back again talking Falcons football. Damsky said, what's up, gang? Big shout out to Damsky joining us on the podcast during our bye week for the first time on One Time for the Fan. And now he's here in the chat talking Falcons football with not only us, but of course the Falcon fans out here too as well. Lisa Shepard is back in the chat. She said it's the inconsistencies that are so frustrating. Terry Carey, we're going to get to that too as well. Damsky with the happy belated birthday, brother. Big shout out to Damsky too as well, man. Checking in. Shout out to you, my brother. We definitely got to get Damsky back on the channel too as well, because I'm sure he has a lot to say. Damsky tweeted today he's not breaking down no more film until the Falcons have a 4-sack game. So this is on Raheem. This is on Jeff Ulbrich. This is on that team to go out there and get the job done, because Damsky loves breaking down film, and the fans love it when Damsky breaks down film. But looks like he's not going to be doing it no time soon until the Falcons come away with a 4-sack game. The Nerd King is in the building. Shout out to the Nerd King. Lisa Shepard said Raheem's messages has missed the mark too. His press conferences PM. Oh my gosh, Lisa Shepard she's fired up in the chat.
I need to start using that acronym PMO. That's a good way to put it.
Right. We got to talk about that stuff here tonight because people were talking about Rich McKay too as well. He spoke to 680 The Fan the other day. Raheem Morris's comments in the chat. T-Will's here. He's blinging out. T-Will got the rollie on. Big shout out to T-Will. It's good to see what with his rollie.
No rollie. I'm just raising my hand. What's PMO mean? Like I don't know what the acronym means.
T-Will, you know what PMO means. Don't show your age with us.
Okay.
Don't show your age.
I am old, man. I am. You know how old folks are.
I honestly never heard that acronym before, but I just kind of used the context clues and with what's going on. I'm like, oh yeah, I can figure that one out.
I'm sure there's a lot of
There we
fans in
go.
the
Now I
chat
know.
wants to use PMO tonight. So if you guys have to use the hashtag PMO about anything with the Atlanta Falcons, but let's try to keep it positive too as well, because there's still a long season ahead. We just can't give up. But the question I have to ask for Falcon fans tonight, and it's coming up shortly, if you're giving up on the Atlanta Falcons so soon. Eric Z's checking in the chat from Twitter. He said, "Rise up, let's go and make the second
Hey,
comeback
Eric.
Boston Tea Party." Big shout out to Eric Z in the chat. Fans are here talking Falcons football in just an amazing way. The Nerd King says it would be super hilarious if the Falcons beat the Patriots 28-3 on Sunday. Hey, a win is a win. I guess we'll say that. A win is a win if the Falcons end up doing that. Man, I don't know where to start. I think we might just go back to Sunday, Kerry, because the 1-6 Miami Dolphins, who didn't bring much of the fan base into the Bends. This is not like the Buffalo Bills game where they packed out the stadium, right? Or even like the Commanders team that showed up with a lot of their fans too as well. The Miami Dolphins were pretty much outnumbered by our fan base. Home field advantage for the Atlanta Falcons in the Bends. But Terry, Kirk Cousins, 21-31, 173 yards, no TDs, no interceptions. A disappointing performance on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. Bijan Robinson, 9 carries for 25 yards. Tyler Algier,
Oh, that's
4
sick.
carries for 4 yards. And of course, Tua Tagovailoa, 20 for 26, 205 with 4 TDs in that game.
Did you say Tua or Dan Marino?
Oh my gosh, not Dan Marino.
That's sick, man.
That's tough.
I mean,
It definitely
we
wasn't
had
Ryan
him,
Fitzpatrick,
yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Duper and Clayton were not in that game, Kerry. Just saying.
No, we made Tua look so good, and it's so sick, man. I don't know.
Was
It's
he
very
playing with one
frustrating.
eye? Somebody said he was playing with one eye.
Yes, he was playing with one eye.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I'd feel some shame if that was me. Like, he had thrown 2 interceptions. Was it 2 or 3? Actually, sorry, 3 interceptions in back-to-back games. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, wonder how many interceptions our DBs are gonna get, and we end up having 0. And he had 4 touchdowns on him. So yeah, it's a pretty rough day in the office, not gonna lie.
That's tough,
Well,
man. Carrie
to
said
be
a rough
fair-
day in the office. T-Well, I know you're gonna comment on that too as well.
To be fair, what?
What's up?
To be fair, the defense was on the field. Their offense held the ball for 39 minutes.
Right.
That is there's 60 minutes in a game. They
True,
held it 40 minutes, right?
But
Hang on.
they were gassed, T-Will, but we did have an opportunity for an interception. Do you want to go over that? What happened there?
No, I mean, look it. I'm not saying the defense was great, but they were not nearly as inept as that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that. And to be honest, and I'm trying to keep it positive.
37 minutes, or really 38 minutes to the Falcons, 22 minutes on the field. Falcons also went 3 of 11 on third down too as well.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it was like punt, field goal, punt,
fumble.
fumble. It was bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, but my point, I did have a point. Gosh, I can't think of what it is. Anyway,
get to the point, T-Will. No,
I know it. I'm trying to be nice. We had to do some things on defense that we normally didn't do because of the personnel, and it just didn't work out. Right. So think about who's not there, because I'm not going to say names. Think about who is there. And if you look
we
at
can say names, T-Will, because to be honest, number 40 is going to be out there again this week. I don't know if you saw
before we get to that, Kerry, we gotta be respectful. Remember T-Will's word?
Yeah.
Respectful.
I'm being respectful. Respectfully, number 40 is going to be out there. I mean, I'm sure he can admit it. I mean, I'm not doing anything disrespectful because, to be honest, if you listen to Raheem's press conference, he called out 40, and said he didn't play well enough. So, I mean, he criticized his play as well, along with the offensive line and Kirk Cousins. So I'm not going to say anything disrespectful. I'm sure 40 would agree that he has not played up to the standard that needs to be played. But the point I was going to make is that Jeff Ulbrich said today that they're going to run it back essentially against
he did also
the
mention
Patriots.
too that there was some fill-ins right at the linebacker position. So I don't know if they're running around getting some other players adapted to the scheme that are going to run against a very tough New England Patriot team. I believe they're what, 6-2, 5-2 right
I
now
think
in the
they're
season.
They're
60.
6-2 and they're on a 5-game win streak. And
Okay.
Drake May is balling, to be
Okay.
honest.
So I think it's time for the Falcons to go up to New England and humble them. The Falcons are practicing indoor these past couple days, and of course they're getting ready to take it outside. The weather has been pretty bad here in Atlanta. You know, it's kind of cold too as well. They also mentioned that New England is going to have some decent weather. So Raheem did mention tomorrow a lot of times in his podcast, in his press conference today. Tomorrow.
That was
So I guess,
confusing. Yeah, if you guys listened to that presser.
I
They
mean,
asked him
I,
about playing
I,
outside because they played
yeah.
inside for some reason today. But my thing is, you're traveling to New England where the weather's different. Wouldn't you play outside? Like, why come inside?
well, I
Well,
don't know how bad it was in Flowery Branch, but T-Will, you know, we live out here in Atlanta, so you know
yeah.
it's the weather was pretty
If
murky today too as well.
if you got guys with hamstrings, you don't want them to slip, right? You don't want any. We're today's what, Wednesday,
Hmm.
so probably just want to exercise caution. Install your play stuff you're gonna do.
Right,
Run. I can understand that.
right,
I can understand it. But what I was gonna say about the previous thing is, I think you will see the same personnel, but I think the scheme is going to be a little different, right?
right,
Plus, you're not going to say, "Oh, well, we're going to do this so New England can hear it." So you're going to say you're going to do the same thing, but that doesn't mean you're going to do the same thing. I would imagine that the scheme would be modified to a certain extent. Does that make
You're
sense, Jeff?
hoping so, right?
right.
Ah!
You're hoping so anyway.
Anytime Carrie
But
gets off the camera, I'm guessing somebody's either asking for her address or they're trying to find out her location right now. So big shout out to
She's
Carrie.
oh
probably
wow. No, I was
laughing.
trying to
She's
find the
probably
exact
laughing.
quote. Jeff Ulbrich on how the defense replaced inside linebacker Divine Diablo against the Dolphins. We'll do the same thing this game.
Right.
So
I mean, you got some conversation. You got some feedback from Jeff Ulbrich and Zach Robinson and Raheem Morris today. So I know fans were picking that apart. Rich McKay too as well. Speaking with 680 The Fan, fans are kind of upset about the comments that he made too as well. Just moving on to the New England Patriots game, which a lot of that happens in the NFL, right? Some of these players don't want to talk about what happened on Sunday, even though they have to go talk about it in the meeting, in the war room with the teams and the coaches. And even when they get home with their family and friends, they always have to answer that question 1,000 times. So for a guy like Rich that's been here, 20 plus years, he's got that sense. It's like, look, we lost the game. We played bad. Let's move on to the next team. And that's why here on One Time for the Fan, we can't spend a whole hour talking about the Falcons and the Dolphins. We have to move on to the New England Patriots too as well. But the chat is live. The chat is lit. The fans in the stand. Shout out to everybody from Lisa Shepard to Brandon, who's out there on Twitter too as well. I see there's a lot of fans who are watching the podcast or listening to the podcast, and they don't want to comment, they don't want to say anything. Maybe they're new here. Just drop a rise up in the chat. There's a lot of Falcon fans here
Rise
who
up.
enjoy talking Falcons football with one another and with one another. And of course, we're a positive group here. We're not going to sit here and pick apart the team and be rude and disrespectful, even though they're going through some tough times. We here at One Time for the Fan don't play the game, so we have to, give the players their credit, what they're trying to do to make this fan base happy. So it is some disappointing times right now in Atlanta. People are tweeting and they're putting out their posts on Facebook and Instagram about, how disappointed they are. And that's perfectly fine. That's what it is to be a fan of an NFL team, even for the Atlanta Hawks. Too, are the Hawks winning right now? Because there's some people that was tweeting about how the Hawks are playing
They're
so far this year
winning
too as well.
47-34 currently.
47-34. So that's
nice.
good. So if
Okay.
the Falcons can't get it right, Falcon fans, the Hawks are beating up on the Brooklyn Nets right now in Brooklyn. So turn it to some NBA to get yourselves together. But the fans are live and lit in the chat, and it's just great to see everybody talking Falcons football. Let's go back to the fans and find out what's going on. Of course, we're here talking about what went wrong versus the Dolphins on Sunday. So big shout out to everybody here. Let's see what we got. William Amy. Oh my gosh, William Amy is very disappointed. He said, "We ain't turning this season around. It's a wrap." William Amy said he's throwing a towel in. He's waving the white flag. He is done
I
being a
mean,
Falcon fan for this season. Carrie, do you agree or disagree with William Amy's comment? We ain't turning this season around. It's a wrap. There's a lot of fans who believe we are not going to make the playoffs. Carrie, your thoughts on William Amy's comment right here?
I mean, mathematically, we're not out of it, but we would either need Tampa Bay to plummet somehow, which I mean, even with all their injuries, they still find a way. So
Right.
I don't see that happening. If we want a wild card spot, NFC, man, is very tough this year. A lot of good teams that are playing well. We're gonna have to go 7-3 down the stretch. We will I mean, that's realistic. We minimum, I feel like, honestly, we have to win at least 10 games, and I don't even know if 10 games gets you in this season.
It's a tough
Um,
NFC this year. Very tough.
yeah.
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 So that being said, technically, mathematically, we're not out. I think we have like a 12 to 15% chance currently to make the playoffs as things stand. So it's like you're saying there's a chance, there is a chance, but honestly, like to Lisa's comment earlier, this team is very inconsistent, and in my humble opinion, it falls back on coaching. I feel like more than once this season, our team has not come out prepared, and they've admitted that themselves. Like, for example, Bijan, after that Carolina debacle, he said that they overlooked the Panthers. I feel like every time this team gets a big win, they beat the Vikings on the road, then they, followed up with that Panthers,
Hmm.
game. They get the big win against the Buffalo Bills, and they followed up with the performance in San Francisco as well as this performance. It's like I feel like the inconsistency falls on the coaching.
Hmm.
I mean, even John Abraham, I don't know if you guys got to watch his interview post game. He
She was
was,
upset too.
yeah, and he basically said the coaching is not good enough and the players came out looking flat and like they didn't care. Like, and to me, that's coaching, in my opinion, that you don't have either leaders on the team to make sure everybody's right or the coaches to also make sure that the team is prepared week in and week out.
T. Well, you see William Amy's comment. You hear what Carrie's saying right now about the Atlanta Falcons. Chances of even making the playoffs or turning this thing around. William Amy's hanging it up. And there's a lot of fans that's similar to William Amy right now in the same boat. That's saying, "Hey, William Amy, hold on, don't leave yet. We're getting on that. We're not turning this season around." Two train. T. Will, your thoughts, man? Are you giving up on the Atlanta Falcons right now?
I can't give up on them right now, man. I just, I'm a stay till till there are no more drinks kind of guy. You know what I mean? I'm a stay till the bars
To the
close.
club closed? To the bar
You know what I
closes?
mean? I
Okay.
got hey,
Got to
last
close
call
the
for
tab out, T.
alcohol.
Will.
Last call for alcohol. That's
Last call
me.
for
So,
alcohol. We're going over here. I
hey,
know you over there in
hey,
that section over there. The last call, tip your bartenders.
I can't. I can't just say the season's over. Now, do we need to get some things in gear? We do. We do. Can we? I honestly don't know. Um, for the first time last week, I have no idea what to expect from these Falcons. I don't. Do we have the talent? We do. We really do. Do we have the coaching staff to maximize the talent? That remains to be seen.
T. Will, every
Uh,
single team has what you're talking about. Why can't we get it done on the field?
no, sir. No, sir. Every single team does not have 4 number 1 draft picks on offense, sir. No, sir. Every single team does not have a Bijan. Every single team does not have a Drake. Every single team does not have a Kyle Pitts. I would beg to differ there.
Okay.
We have the talent to be 5-2, 6-2 right now. We're not maximizing that. Now, can we? Sure. Will we? That remains to be seen. I honestly don't know, right? Because to Carrie's point, when you come out and say, well, we're going to do the same thing, that does not inspire confidence. But I feel like that was coach speak. Because what he's not going to do is, well, we're going to do this and we're going to do this and we're going to, so New England can get ready for it. I would, you know what I mean? I probably would have said, we're going to do the same thing too. I hope we do.
Well,
And
I
Ulbrich
think
knows the
what
New
I
England Patriots very well too, as well. That's right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Carrie?
I guess what I expected was more so we're gonna, try to improve, at the position, whether that be elevate somebody from the practice squad. I mean, probably too late to grab somebody who's sitting, out there in free agency, but or maybe say we're gonna, do a rotation. I know he had said by committee, but it didn't look like much of a committee on
It really didn't.
against Miami. So he
You are
had
telling
come
no
out and
lie.
say that it was a committee, but then they just kept. I don't know. I kind of feel bad in a way for 40 because if he had any kind of confidence, it has to be completely shot by now.
Right.
And you know,
He was
they just
drafted by the
left him
Falcons
out
too.
there. And
Right.
they just left him out there. I don't know. I mean, I'm not making an excuse for the guy, but yeah, he had a bad game. And they just let him out there, and I feel like they were just picking on him because they
Two
left him out there.
back-to-back bad games. Don't forget about that 49ers game once he got it for DD2 as well, where fans are now calling for the Falcons to make some type of move, whether it's practice squad, whether it's making a trade, but you can't send the guy back out there seeing some of the plays that Falcon fans saw from number 40. But we're getting ready to go to the injury report in just a minute, but Hawks fans, Trey Young will not return versus
Oh,
the
you
Nets
gotta
right
be
now. He
kidding.
seems to have a right knee sprain early in the game right now. So he's ruled out for the rest of the game too as well. So in Atlanta, the injury bug is going around from football to basketball. Of course, you guys saw what happened with Atlanta United this year too as well. We need something, and the Braves too as well. So I don't know. This injury bug is just floating around Atlanta sports right now. We need something. We need something, T-Will, to pick us up here. Damsky's in the chat. He said up north. You know, Damsky's over that way too as well. He said
We
here the
need
weather
the
has been
Infinity Gauntlet
not
so
the
we can get
Infinity
the
Gauntlet,
power.
not
We need,
Thanos. Oh
we
gosh.
need,
Avengers Assemble.
it's
Damsky's in the chat.
inevitable.
He said up north here, the weather has been pretty chilly. Plus, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to rain. Lisa Shepard's in the chat with Bijan is the only Robinson on the Falcons that I acknowledge. Oh my gosh.
Woo,
That's some
woo,
tough words right
I
here.
don't.
The
I
fans are
mean,
firing tonight,
woo,
Carrie.
I'm
woo.
not gonna lie, Jack. I've been the same way on Twitter. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
Mm,
again, I went and nothing I said I wouldn't say to his face, but
mm.
I've been pretty critical because to T. Will's point, you have all the talent on offense. There is absolutely no reason we should be bottom five in the league in scoring. We
Mhm.
are terrible as far as scoring touchdowns. And that was a concern going into the season that I
It was.
mentioned on the podcast, red zone efficiency. And it's probably worse, to be honest. I mean, right now, we're down at the bottom with like teams like the Browns, the Jets, like teams that have way less talent, in my opinion, on offense. It's just crazy. We've scored 10 points or fewer in 3 out of 7 of our games this season.
Mhm.
3 games.
This is it's difficult, Falcon fans. Falcons are also 31st in the NFL in run block win rate, too, as well. So there's a lot of
Yeah,
things you have to
definitely
pick up
missing a
before you go
Gary.
play a team that's on a 5-game winning streak, which I'm sure the theatrics for the New England fans on Sunday will be at an all-time high. Because guess who they're playing?
They
They're playing
will.
the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
Don't know how the relationship with Belichick and Brady's going right now, but
Yeah, 28-3 there,
there's
buddy.
going to
How's it
be a
going?
lot of those signs because a lot of those
What do you
fans
think?
are still fans of the New England Patriots even after that Super Bowl performance a couple of years
What do
ago.
you think? You got $28.03?
Very difficult game for the Falcons to go play. But guess what? On the field, you try to rule out that crowd noise and everything that's going on. But the Patriots I think they're leading the division too as well right now. So this is a team that is tough. And it's going to be a tough environment because you know how those Boston fans are.
Boston.
You know, from the
Boston.
Celtics to the Bruins to the Red Sox. Some would say they're
Mm.
worse than Philadelphia Phillies fans and Philadelphia Eagles fans in a way, the way that they talk their trash and the way that they say some of the things that they say in the crowd and on the field too as well. So the Falcons have a lot to go up against, and it is going to be somewhat of a hostile environment, a home field advantage type of environment because that team is pretty good and they believe in Drake May right now. I told fans this a couple weeks ago. He's like a young Josh Allen. This kid is getting it done up there in New England. And the Falcons, hopefully Michael Penix is going to be out there too as well. That's the competition that Penix has to see going forward for the next couple years. Drake May. Who else? The young man, Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, Jaden Daniels, even the kid in Carolina, Bryce Young. This is the future of quarterback here in the NFL, right? So Drake May having this type of performance this year. And now going out there to lead his strong team against a Falcons team that's, you can say, struggling on both sides of the ball. It's kind of difficult, but hopefully Penix is out there. You see Sterling Wood's comment. I need them to perform better. This is a performance-based job. Pistol formation has to go. T Will, the fans in the stands are talking Falcons football. Silk Legacy says, as long as Zach is the OC and Raheem is the head coach, we are not winning 10 games. We might win 3 out of 4. T Will, you asked the question the other day, can we string up 7 wins right now in these next 10 games? Can we string up 7 wins to go get the job done? I replied, yes, I do see 7 wins for the Atlanta Falcons. But as Kerry stated, this NFC is tough. You might go get 7 wins, hit that 10 mark, and then guess what? You still don't make the playoffs as a wild card team, which is disappointing. So, T. Will, you see what Silk Legacy is talking about with Raheem being the head coach, Zach being the OC. We're not winning 10 games. We might win 3 out of 4. Maybe Silk Legacy is probably hanging it up too. I think he's on the boat with William Amy right now. T. Will, your thoughts? Can we string up 7 more wins? Of course, you might say yes due to the fact of how we are Falcon fans, and any given Sunday this can happen. But T. Will, we're playing a tough Patriot team, followed by a tough Indianapolis Colts team, which is what they're saying is the best team in the NFL right now. That's what they're saying. And then, of course, you have to come back and play a team that beats you 30-0 out in Carolina. After that, you go play your rivals down there in New Orleans. Then you got to play the Seahawks. You got to play the Rams, the Jets. Oh, man, you know what? I'm not even going to count the Jets out because we just lost to the 1-6 Dolphins, dog. It's disappointing. T. Will, help the fan base out. Can we string up 7 more wins here in Atlanta? Your thoughts, T. Will?
We definitely can. The Patriots really haven't played anybody. To that point, the Colts really haven't played anybody. So, and I know you can only play the teams that are in front of you, and the Colts are killing people. But the bottom line is they really have not played anyone notable, right? So the Falcons, if they play like we've seen them play, if they can go into New England and play like they did against Buffalo, yes, we can win that game resoundingly. If they play the Colts like we played against Buffalo, yes, we can win that game. So we can do it. Now, will we? Well, that's why they play the game, man. That remains to be seen. That's the $1 million question. Right.
But depends on which team shows up.
And that's a good point, Terry.
And that's why I really can't, how as podcasters and fans, we like to predict the games before we have the games. I think I'm honestly done doing that because I keep predicting we're gonna win games and they just show me wow, because I just still cannot believe we lost to the Dolphins. There was absolutely no reason we should lose to the 1-6 Dolphins on your birthday at home.
You know how much alcohol I had, Carrie? I was wasted.
Yes,
I know. You were on FaceTime with us.
Carrie, did you see the FaceTime? I was.
We know.
We know.
We know.
And I don't blame you. If that happened on my birthday, I would have been unwell.
That was so pissed. I was so pissed.
I mean, I was so mad about the Bucs game. Imagine, T. Will, if this was the Dolphins on the home opener, how upset I was with the Bucs. If that was the Dolphins and on my birthday, oh yeah, I would have been very upset.
Yeah, we might have had to have an emergency coach session right there at the stadium or right in the club. Like we might have. Big Low, we need an emergency coach session. Bring Jack.
Big shout out to Big Low for having the emergency coaches meeting on Sunday night. I couldn't do it. I was I was faded for one. But then again, to get on there, and I did jump on there and talk some Falcons football too as well.
You did.
But I was just disappointed. Craig's in the chat too as well. He said the lawn care must be booming for Jack because look at the iced out Dirty Bird chain. Big shout out to Craig. Jack. Hey, shout out to Craig. You notice that he didn't put a super chat behind it because the first of the month is coming up, and the landlord just called me. Craig.
Oh, wow.
You might want to make that payment.
Craig's gonna get you. Hey, Craig. That was Jack Spade.
Hey,
not T. Will.
Hey, we can toss these jokes around now. Carrie's already disappointed. I know Carrie got a bunch of jokes in the vault right now. She's ready to take flight.
She's ready to throw some fire. I'm gonna chill on you guys because I'm more upset with these Atlanta Falcons right now. Like, I mean, I'm like the girl from Jerry Springer. Like, that's my man. I'ma stick beside him. Like,
oh my gosh,
I'm her, but like, I'm still very mad at you. Like,
I love it. I love it. She's like Patsy Cline. Stand by your man.
I'm still gonna be by them, but always. I'm never gonna switch up. But man, I'm so upset with these Falcons right now. And to T. Will's point, like earlier, you don't know. It's possible, but they need to have like a coming to God moment or something because what is
Carrie,
going
you
on?
mentioned the offensive players meeting too as well on Twitter.
I
Now you
mean,
said a
I
come to
did.
God moment. Carrie,
I mean,
this is
they
getting tough out here.
it is, Jack. They've been blown out 2 times against 2 terrible opponents.
The
Like, that
Panthers
is
and the Dolphins. The 49ers lost. I know people might expect that. You're going to play in a tough environment against a tough team. But you lost to the Panthers that were what, 0-2? And then
0
you
and
lost to
2,
the
and then the
1
1
and
and 6
6
Dolphins,
Miami
who had,
Dolphins. You still have to play the 1 and 6 Jets at this
by
moment
the
coming up
way,
too.
the
Mm,
Dolphins had just gotten blown out the week before by the Browns.
mhm.
Like, it's just,
Who we play
yeah,
next year. So that's going to be a tough game, I guess, for us too as well.
Well, hey, the
but
Falcons are the personification of on any given Sunday. Like
Mm.
they really are. I'm sorry, Carrie. Go ahead.
no, I mean, they're gonna be my team no matter what always, but I'm
Of
just
course.
like, for me though, I think that the team multiple times this season, and we're only 7 games in, have come out unprepared and
Yes.
just and that's to
Yes.
me, that's a big concern. I
Yes.
wouldn't be, so upset or maybe, worried about our team and the future of the season if they just lost 4 close games,
Mhm.
Yes.
but they're getting blown out by bad teams. Like, that is an issue, and then you got players coming out saying like, "Oh yeah, we overlooked them." And then you see them at home against the Dolphins just looking like they're just there. Like, they're not even trying on offense. Like, it's just like, you know what I mean?
Well,
Like, checked
yeah.
out almost, like,
I mean, you're
I,
so
seeing the clips and the videos of defensive players not being not being in a position where they need to be. Communication problems too, as well. Of course, even with Kirk Cousins calling the audibles and the wide receivers not even
that's
knowing
what
what
I wanted to
what
talk
they're getting
about.
ready to run and all this type of stuff. But
That
Bijan
right.
Robinson 9 carries. It's like they just like once
Well,
they knew they
Jack,
was out of it, they just said, "Hey, let's just go ahead and finish this game and get ready for the
no,
Patriots." And that's the disappointing part.
I don't think that was it, Jack. I look at anybody with half a brain would have stacked 9 in the box when you found out that Drake was out and Kirk Cousins was that. That's what any team would do. My issue is you don't know the hot routes. You don't know the routes,
The audibles.
the audibles.
but I still
That
have an
like
issue, T. Will, with the
that
whole
that's.
stacking the box thing because to me, the offensive coordinator, you just saw
Oh,
this
I
happen
agree.
in San Francisco. What
Agreed.
adjustments on offense were made from
One
10,
hundred
10 only
percent.
scoring 10 points against San
One.
Francisco where you weren't able to run the ball efficiently, and that's supposed to be your identity.
Let's
What did you learn from that? Or
Well,
study the film to go into this game against Miami to try to maybe scheme up, a plan to where we can still run the ball. Like, I know, like, I
great
don't know. For
point.
me, it's just there's no creativity in the game plan and the scheme as far as offense. So it's like, yeah, they're just gonna dare us to
but
throw the
that's a
ball,
great
and
point.
Kirk
That's a
Cousins
great
had a
point.
That
had a
is a great.
problem with it.
I'm gonna say something real quick, and then T, you can jump in. Zach Robinson's been having these problems all season. We've been talking about this since the Bucks game.
Right.
We've been talking about this even when we won against Minnesota. We were talking about this when we won against the Commanders. When he came down from the booth, everything. It's like you see fans in the chat. They're hoping he goes to Oklahoma State. They want a new
Right.
OC, right? They're not even blaming Jeff Ulbrich at this point. They're
Yeah.
going over Zach
No.
Robinson with the play calling. They're going over Zach Robinson with this pistol formation. They're going
Mhm.
over once you take Bijan out the game. What is next? The firing of Ike Hilliard fans were like, okay, what's going on there?
Um,
Honestly, we could have used Ray Ray Sunday. We could have used Ray Ray. He could have been there. Well, we could have used that Joker, man.
that's another story, man, Jack, because I
Yeah.
don't know. I just feel like it's just all so weird. I know obviously Ray Ray said he really loved Ike and that was the best coach he ever had. And then Drake came out and said he really, appreciated him and everything. I I also wonder if there's any kind of issues, and this obviously is all speculation, but you fire a coach after the Carolina debacle. Then you got players coming out supporting him. Then you cut the player that, we don't know everything that happened behind the scenes, but I do find it weird that, he supported him. And then he also tweeted out about, hey, yeah, that's unacceptable that we got blown out to an 0-2 team. Basically, if something doesn't change quick, somebody else is going to get fired. And then
Mm.
and to me, as a fan, I really appreciated that honesty because I feel like that's true and that's how it should be. If this continues to happen, like, yeah, like it's a performance-based business. So if you're not providing results, yeah, somebody else's job is going to be on the line. So I appreciated his honesty, but I noticed since then his tweet is no longer there. So I don't know if he got in trouble for being blunt like that, or maybe somebody didn't like it. But to your point, we could have used Ray Ray, and I was thinking technically Ray Ray was still there after the Bills game, but he was gone for the Niners game, and that was the game that
Yeah,
offense
he
didn't.
didn't go to San Fran with the team. Remember
Yeah,
that?
he
Yeah.
didn't go to San Fran, and then offense didn't look good against San Fran, and offense didn't look good,
They
this
released some
game
short. Yeah.
either. So I'm
Yeah.
wondering, like, I'm hoping, like I said, this is speculation, but I'm hoping, like, I don't know, you never know behind the scenes, like, are players upset? Like, they see social media, how
They
fans are upset,
definitely
and
see social media
and
for
it's
sure.
not just fans that are upset. You see the play calling getting like roasted on national media. Like I
Mhm.
saw CBS Sports commentators saying that the Falcons are just like a speed bump. You just go over them.
The
Like
great
they're
Matt Ryan spoke on it. Harry Douglas spoke on it. I mean, I'm sure Julio Jones at the house, like, man, I ain't watching this shit. But
right.
T
So
will. Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the point I was just trying to make is that I'm hoping that the coaching staff hasn't lost the locker room. But I mean, as a fan, like you just add all these little pieces up, like, you fired one of our coaches, you let go one of our, fellow players and fans, and, we're playing bad on offense and we're losing games and we're getting blown out by bad teams. Like, I'm just hoping that they have not lost the locker room.
Quarterbacks with one eye. I mean, it's very difficult to see that. You see, I just threw that in there.
What
Very
up, Jack?
difficult to see that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Back to adjustments. Miami ran with 6
Offensive
offensive
lineman.
line. That's an adjustment that they made,
Mhm.
right? Storm Norton is back. I was hoping the Falcons would do the same thing, but my point is, we have literally shown an unwillingness to do new things. We have shown an unwillingness. It's like, I dare you. It's like, oh, you're going to talk about this? I'm going to run this one play, and then we're going to go back to the pistol.
Mm.
Huh.
Right.
Nah, nah,
Tight
and
end
it's
screens
not,
on
and
what?
it's not,
Fourth
and it's
and
not working, right?
Mhm.
So again, I look it. We have the talent on this team to go far.
We do.
We do. It is incumbent on the coaching staff to get the most out of it.
That's right.
Right. I hope, because at this point, I don't think the players, to William Amy's point, need a come to Jesus party. I think the
Oh, that
coach.
was me. That was
Okay.
me.
I think the coaching staff needs to
I
come to
just
Jesus
think
party.
all of offense, they need I to Jack's
Well,
point, he was making
I don't blame the offense, Kerry. Not to cut you off. I don't blame, because it was the same thing with Kirk as it was with Penix. The
Oh, I
same thing.
agree. Yeah, no,
Same
last
ineptitude,
year with
right?
Kirk, it was predictable. We
No, I'm
got it
saying
again with
this
Penix.
year. I'm
Well,
saying
it
this
started even
performance.
last year though too.
It
Kirk,
did.
with
It
the
did.
play calling, you saw it last year, and we all thought, oh, well, it's because Kirk is immobile, his injury, he's coming off an
Mm-hmm.
Achilles. That's why we're not opening up the
Mm-hmm.
playbook. But once Penix is the starter, we'll open up the playbook. Then we went to Penix, and then, same thing. Then we went back to Kirk last week, and it's the same thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
to your point, common denominator is the
It
coaching.
seems to be an OC issue. That's what
Yeah.
it
I
seems to
mean
be.
that and bottom line, you're running out of time,
Right.
because to your
Right.
point, we really need 8 games.
Yeah.
All right.
This
I'm
ain't week
asking
2.
for
This ain't
7.
week 2 or week
But
3
we
right now.
really need 8 games, because to Kerry's point, 10 games might not get you in.
Right.
Right? 10 games might not get you in. So bottom line, I hope that we come out and there's a legitimate effort to diversify what we do. I
Right.
hope there's a legitimate effort to diversify formations. I hope there's a legitimate effort to diversify tendencies. And not only that, but how about we build off of things, right?
Right.
Because so let me compare it to a movie.
What movie you got,
In
T Will?
most,
For my movie, for my ATL movies too as well. T Will
I'm,
trying to
I'm
plug in his other channel too as
no,
well. Go
I'm
ahead and
just
plug it, T Will.
I'm doing it. I'm giving you a structure.
Menace to Society. Okay, well, come back around here and say 10:30. That's what you want to get to,
Oh
T
my
Will?
goodness. Oh my goodness. So in a good movie, you have a character arc for about 3 or 4 characters, right?
Mhm.
Meaning who they are at the beginning of the movie It's not who they are at the end. Because of their experience, because of what they go through, there's some growth or character arc in the movie. If you're talking about B movies, there's usually no character arc. It's just flat. It's just, let me just write what happened in the script and that's it. Now I'm going to do a comparison to that and play calling. With Kyle Shanahan, Kyle will take one play, run it 4 times with at least 2 or maybe 3 different variations.
Right.
So he'll come out and run it to the right. He'll run it to the right again. The third time, he may run that play in the third quarter, but instead of running it to the right, he's going to come back and throw it to the left, and the tight end's going to be wide open because the defense is going, they're thinking they've seen it, and you forget about this tight end, and it's a 50-yard play. I don't see that with Zach Robinson. That's what I called layering. I don't see that.
It's like when the play breaks down for Zach, he just X's it and just says, okay, let's get out of here.
If the run game's not working, he just goes away from it as well.
I guess what I'm saying is if you are a good offensive coordinator, you are trying to do something. So every play that you run has a purpose, right? Every play that you run has a purpose. So I'm going to run this play in the first quarter. I'm going to run it in the second quarter, but in the third, it's going to be play action. I'm going to hit you over the top of your head with a 90-yard bomb because I've ran it a couple of times and now the linebackers are used to it and they're going to pull up. I don't see us doing that, right? So we got to do that. We have to run plays with a purpose.
Well,
and secondly,
the problem too, T-Will, is that he doesn't have a lot of good like in-game adjustments. I don't really see like even at halftime when they come out I just feel like
You didn't see no adjustments after halftime. It was just
I mean, even the Panthers game, you were only down 10 points. You got one of the best running back duos in the league. Down 10 points, you could still run the ball. And we didn't run the ball. And that's supposed to be our identity. It's so frustrating, man. And I hope it changes.
If you're going to run the ball, Kerry, you can't just be outside zone and you can't just be inside zone. You got to run different running concepts.
Right.
To your point,
we don't have that.
And we don't, and that's my issue, right? That's my issue because
there's
when
no
it comes
creativity.
down to it, right? There you go.
So you think changing up Zach Robinson right now at this moment and bringing TJ Yates might bring some more creativity because he was calling the plays during the preseason too.
I don't know. I don't know. Kerry, your thoughts?
To be honest, not really, but at this point, like I'm not trying to sound too negative, but it can't get much worse.
Kerry?
I mean, like
negative? No, never Kerry.
No, but no, but honestly, like it's not like you're trying to replace a top 10 offensive coordinator, like he's abruptly leaving with this guy that's never called plays. Right now, our offensive coordinator, I mean, I'd love to see like a ranking of all of them, like as far as efficiency on their play calling, but
we're not top 10 or 15.
We're definitely I would say we're probably bottom 5. I mean, we're bottom 5 in points scored right now. We're running tight end screens to Kyle Pitts like it's like he's spraying them like it's no tomorrow, and that's not what Kyle Pitts is good. He's not good for that. Like, why are you running those, especially on what was it, third and long, and we went for 1 yard on a tight end screen.
Like 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or something like that. Yeah.
I'm like, what are we doing?
It's that college football offense from Zach Robinson. Like I'm watching Oklahoma State play, and they're not a good team.
I don't know. Maybe he's auditioning or something. Who knows?
Maybe he already got the audition. Maybe he's already got the interview set up. You never know. Fans they're waiting to hear Zach Robinson's taking the job at the end of the year. But at this point,
he didn't shut it down, Jack. Like they asked him, of the media personnel asked him about it, and he didn't say like he shut it down, but he didn't. You know what I mean? Like he didn't say, no, I'm not leaving. I want to be here. Like,
but let's be real on the OC part, Kerry. When you hear this type of conversation within the Falcons fan base, and I'm sure it's probably chatter amongst the the players maybe here and there when they can't get the job done and they're looking a little pissed off on the field. At the end of the season, it makes your job much easier to say, hey, Oklahoma State, I'm coming home. And you know what's going to happen there. And it's like, oh, here goes the new OC. But I got to give a big shout out, man. Your boy Deezy is in the chat. Shout out to your boy Deezy. I was at the Kroger yesterday talking Falcons football. Well, I went to go, of course, get my groceries and everything. But I was talking Falcons football with some people that work there. And of course, once you mention the Falcons, especially with the season that they're having right now, it definitely raised some concern around a lot of other Falcon fans because they turned around and jumped into the conversation. Sure enough, Walking around the rest of the store, I see your boy DZ got a Falcon jacket on, got his Falcon hat on, and struck a conversation with him. And sure enough, your boy DZ was like, "Hey, ain't you Jack Spade for one time for the fans?" So big shout out to your boy DZ
Nice.
talking Falcons football with me yesterday. And of course, it was a lot of disappointment coming from the fans that was inside Kroger because, people want to see this team win, right? It's been how many years? 7 going on 8 years or so of this drought. And we can't get over this hump of just having a winning season. Then you see the Bucks and what they're doing. Even little brothers out there winning games. And it's disappointing. I mean, they lost to the Bills the other day, but even little brother was out there winning games recently. The Saints, they suck. They truly suck. And I mean, they're just probably, you thought the Jets were bad.
By the way, we have to sweep them now. And yeah, they're bad.
That's part of the 7 wins. That's part of the 7 wins.
It's funny because, even though they're so bad, you can't count on that as a sweep because we haven't swept them, I think, since 2020, I believe. And I mean, it's our division opponent, it's our most hated rival. It's always going to be a tough matchup. So, but I feel like this year we got to sweep them.
My boy William Amy said, "Come to Jesus Christ party with the Welcome to Derry balloon." That's tough right there. And if you haven't seen that show, Welcome to Derry, T-Will, you might want to do a breakdown of that on your next channel. I was watching that the other day, the first episode. Oh my gosh. Warner Brothers and HBO said, "Yo, y'all thought The Walking Dead was crazy going on those first couple seasons?" Bro, T-Will, bro, people's just getting killed off left and right. I don't want to say too much, but
is it a dystopian society type, everybody's gonna die type?
Bro,
show?
Pennywise ain't playing. I'm telling you right now, I ain't gonna say too much, but that first episode of Welcome to Derry, I was sitting back like, bro, this is the first 10 minutes. How? And then you got to the end of the episode and it was like, what is episode 2 coming out? And it's coming out on Halloween. I'm glued into that Welcome to Derry, man. So I'm hoping the Falcons do have some type of come to Jesus moment or speak to whoever need to speak to. Talk to the players. Talk to the coaches more when it comes to going off the field. You saw Drake London talking with Zach Robinson today. It looks like he's going to be back out there too. Michael Penix's probably going to be back out there too as well. We need to get some things going here on offense. We need to get back to being that team that we thought we were before that season started. Because right now fans are throwing in the towel with so many games left. And it's just disappointing, Falcon fans.
Jack,
it's so disappointing.
In their defense, last week when we were on this very podcast, all 3 of us said the Miami Dolphins game was a must-win game. Mm-hmm. We all said that it was a must-win game.
He's right.
And now we know why.
I mean, I get why the fans are feeling down because this team the inconsistency is so frustrating because, to your point, we know that we have the talent and we should on paper be able to, make some noise, but I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't know if they're just not prepared or like I don't know. I saw commentators saying that the team on Sunday looked like they didn't even practice for Miami. Like they just went out there and played. Like it was just whatever.
And to Carrie's point, that's embarrassing as a franchise, right? Like it's one thing if you come out and they just beat you because on that given day they were better. If you come out and they beat you 20, 26, 24.
And I can accept that. Those losses I can accept.
But coming out against inferior teams that are clearly inferior and looking unprepared, looking uninspired, looking lackadaisical, there's no communication on offense. There's, which way did he go? Wait, I called an audible. That you shouldn't see that on.
Not only just calling the audible, but throwing the ball to your side and just didn't even have it. Not even nowhere near it.
Yeah.
Just that. Remember a few games ago, I still can't get over that. Like you called a timeout and then had to get a delay of game.
The Panthers game couldn't get the offense.
I've never seen that before.
Right. 10 seconds, you're now coming out the huddle.
2 games in a row.
Right.
And so to me, there are too many, it's not just us, right? It'd be different if it was just us. Mm-hmm. And it would be different if this was propaganda. It'd be different if this was spin. It'd be different if this is a narrative. But this is not a narrative. This is not a spin. This is not propaganda. This is real deal. What we're seeing in our faces on 2 Sundays, this team's not prepared.
You got
right?
fans in the chat saying Matt Ryan for offensive coordinator. He's making that good CBS money. He is not going to come
He's
over
not
here
coming,
and help this
unfortunately.
team out with
He's
that
probably look
CBS money.
I mean, to your point, Jack, I think he said that we look uninspired, which I'm like, that hurts
He
coming
did
from
say that.
that, but
He did.
yeah.
He did say that.
And
But
I
I mean,
agree. John
yeah,
Abraham said that. They just
yeah,
look like they just strode out there like, "Oh, we gotta play this game."
yeah.
Kerry,
But
your boy DC's in the chat. Coaching or is it personnel at this point?
it's coaching.
Mhm.
It's coaching
Personnel and players, yeah, it's definitely
because
coaching.
injuries happen in the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay, buckle up,
Everybody has
Buttercup.
injuries.
Buckle up, Buttercup. Put your big boy pants on. Injuries happen. That is a fact. But the drop off when somebody goes out is unacceptable,
And
right?
to
It's
that
just
point,
unacceptable.
T. Will,
See, William Amy is
somebody asked
flaming the
me.
chat with negativity, boy. He does not give a damn no more. He's like, clean house. It's
William is
over.
upset. Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
William
T.
is
Will,
upset.
somebody asked me and it really left me stunned. So I want to ask you guys to that point about, everyone has injuries and next man
Mhm.
up and, you got to find ways to win. Reminds me of the 49ers game, Robert Sala. He had lots of young talent and backups on that field. And he outcoached ROC. So, question
Right.
I have is when has Raheem coached us to a win? Like his coaching got us to win.
Look
Like,
it. I
made really great decisions to get us a win. Somebody asked me that and I really couldn't name a game, like, "Oh, yeah, that game he coached so well, like, that's why we won."
Damn.
so look. There's some games that we've won. I'm not gonna.
That Raiders game last year.
I don't. I don't.
Gotcha.
I just. I'm not. I'm not even. I'm not even gonna respond. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know the halftime discussions.
Mhm.
We don't know how the internal cogs in the machine roll during a game, right? What Raheem talks about is a collaborative effort, right?
Oh, yeah,
So
he does love saying
while
that.
while he may not call the plays, I'm sure he has input. I'm sure
Definitely.
offensively or defensively. So I'm not going to say that he doesn't do anything. What I am going to say is that there are certain traits that you should not see. One of them is unpreparedness. You should not.
Right,
Okay. Secondly, if you do see something, you should not see it again. There's certain things you should not see twice. What I
right,
will say is this team, in too many instances, has seemed unorganized, uninspired,
100%.
and not knowing where to go and which way is up. And you should not see that on a team with. You shouldn't see that on an NFL team.
In the coaching staff's 2nd season, like, this isn't like a whole new team,
You
That's right.
shouldn't
scheme,
see it in any
That's
personnel.
season.
right.
You
This is in
should
their
not.
2nd s No, you
They had a
shouldn't, but,
whole
like, they
summer.
can't
They
even
had a
use an
whole
Period.
off
excuse.
season with
Yeah,
a lot of these players that's been out there
Right.
too as
right.
well. You can mix the 4 rookies in and a couple of free agents that we brought in, but you're talking about a offensive line that's been there,
Right.
running back field has
Right.
been there, even the wide receiver core for the most part.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. My
you
father used
know
to say
oh,
a good
sorry.
coach will take his team and beat your team and turn around and take your team and beat his team. Why? Because you have a system. You have a way of doing things. And not only do you have a system, but you understand what your players do best. And you understand at a base level how to win. And to be
And
quite frank with you, I don't know that you can necessarily expect that from a first time OC.
and
Carrie,
T. Will, to that point that you just made, I just
shout out
feel
Nicholas.
like
Mhm.
what was that?
No, I'm just
Oh,
saying shout
yeah,
out
what did
Nicholas.
he
But yeah,
what
go
did
ahead,
he
Carrie.
say? Sorry, can you read
No, he
his
said there are
thing?
only a handful of poorly run franchises that would come into the season with the roster that we have and allow the AC
Mm,
and offensive coordinator to keep their jobs with a combined score of 64-10 against
that
Miami and
hurts.
Carolina.
I mean, that hurts, and yeah, um, I lost my train of thought in regards to what T. Will just said about, switching the teams, but coaching, being a good coach, and to your point, it's all about your game plan and not just the personnel you have. Oh, that's what I was gonna say, sorry. I feel like Zach Robinson, part of the problem is that he just wants to, like, run whatever his scheme is, and, like, it's just his scheme, and then he's trying to fit the players into his scheme versus mold his scheme around his players' strengths. Like, this is what this guy does well. Let me, find a way to fit that in the scheme. Like Bijan, like Tyler, like
Mhm.
Penix. Like, I mean, how many times have we seen, everybody talks about Penix's cannon of an arm, and like,
Still haven't seen it really.
yeah, we
Yeah.
barely see it, like, so I feel like that could be an issue. Maybe that's part of what's the problem, is that he's more so trying to get the players we have to fit his scheme versus him trying to scheme these players to
From
their
their skill
strengths
sets.
and their talents, yeah, and their
Right.
skill sets. So maybe that's a problem.
But you
Or
have
But
an OC that fans are. You see it in the comments. You see it on Twitter and social media. Fans are not believing in Zach.
yeah.
yeah,
Since the Bucks game, fans are like, "What is this?
that
It's not
well,
going to happen."
clearly some teams have figured some stuff out, but it could be that with this offensive line, you're just not going to get the time to go. That
But you're
you know what I
dealing with.
mean?
I mean, outside of Elijah Wilkinson, you got Lindstrom, you got Nuzil, you got Jake Matthews. I mean, he was a little bit banged up. You got Bergeron. This offensive line's been there for. You got a couple guys that's
They're
been there for
still
a while.
solid. They've been
I
pretty bad in the run
They are
blocking, but
good, right?
I think it'll
Go
get
ahead.
better when Storm gets back, who's actually like
Who's
That
battling for a rotation
yes,
spot, from what they
yeah,
said too, as well.
which which I think he's gonna win the spot.
Mm.
Well,
So I think that'll be an upgrade.
I'd like to see some 6-man fronts when Storm gets back.
You're gonna have to
Yeah,
do
you
something
would
against this
like to,
Patriot
but
defense because
Yes,
they're going to
yes,
swarm. They are
yeah, you'd
swarming
like
Sunday.
to, but I don't
you got to do what you got to do. You got
Yeah,
because
I
I
just
mean, to me, if we do not make the playoffs, heads are going to roll. I don't
okay,
care.
so I wanted to ask you guys that, to the point of, I'm sorry, who was the comment? Nicholas.
yeah.
He makes a great point. Honestly, in your opinions, um, is it playoffs or bust, or is it just winning record or bust, or is it like, okay, you get one more year? Because to me, in my personal opinion, it should be playoffs or bust, winning record and bust. But somebody told me that, Arthur Blank is very patient, and he gives every coach 3 years. So there's no way that they're not going to give Raheem 3 years. What are your thoughts?
To me, I think it's playoff or bust, and I think so. I may have not felt that way at the beginning of the season, but the stuff that I'm seeing has no business happening on an NFL. It just doesn't.
Right.
Okay, and the bottom line, and I love Raheem. Let me be clear.
He's
Yeah,
a good
you
guy.
do.
I am a Raheem fan.
He's a good
I
guy.
really am. I
As a
think
person, or
as a
But
person,
fans are going to say,
I
"I don't want
I
to hear
as a
that good guy stuff,
I,
Jack.
politician,
We're
I
or
trying to
think
win
he
games. Cut that Mark
I
Wahlberg shit
think
out."
are
he
you gonna
is
vote for him when he
outstanding.
runs for president?
I probably would vote for Ryan. If I'm being, I might, but the bottom line is the stuff that I'm seeing under his watch. If we do not make the playoffs this year, gotta go, gotta go. Because if it's me, after this performance against Miami, Zach Robinson's out of here.
Mm.
We're gonna figure it out.
I thought he
We
was
are
going
gonna
to be, to be
figure it out.
honest.
I think I think even if you make the playoffs this year, Zach Robinson's gone. That Oklahoma State job is just too easy
Yeah.
for Zach Robinson to say, "You know what? I'm done with these folks in Atlanta. They too Atlanta for me. Let me get the hell up out of here and go back to Oklahoma State."
Yeah.
Falcon fans, see the question on the screen: playoffs or nah? Thoughts, Falcon fans. Want to get y'all thoughts on what y'all think about the playoffs. If you're watching, if you're listening, go ahead and drop your comments in the chat. You see the Nerd King already put his comment up there. Playoffs or bust. Raheem's behind. Falcon fans, what's your thoughts? Do you think we can make the playoffs? I could use Country's line. If you think we're going to make the playoffs, drop a 1 in the chat. If you think we're not going to make the playoffs, drop a 2 in the chat. But if you're
Shout out to
watching
country. Shout out to
YouTube,
country. And Coach
Facebook,
Tony.
Twitter, wherever you are watching, shout out to you all, because this is great that we can all have a nice conversation about the Atlanta Falcons, and nobody's calling nobody out on the podcast, or there's no
Except me, my bad.
I mean, that's 21 carry. That's what we got here in the chat.
But to be honest, I'm not saying I feel like I'm being critical of Zach, but like, there's nothing I wouldn't say to his face. Like, I'm not calling him
Whoa,
names or anything.
21 carries out here for real.
Nando asked for it. No, I try to remind myself that even when I'm tweeting, like, I'm never gonna put something out there about a player or coach that I would
Mhm.
not say to your face. Like,
Right.
I will say to Zach Robinson's face, like, I think like our play calling is not creative enough. I feel like our players are not being put in positions to win. I feel like that's not crazy to say right now, with the state of our team being bottom 5 in scoring, and losing, only scoring more than 10 points in 4 out of 7 games this season with the, offensive firepower we have. I mean, I wanna
Could it
go
be a
back and
clean
watch our
house moment?
episodes. Oh, yeah.
If we don't get the playoffs, is this the clean house type of moment? I'm talking about Zach Robinson hitting the road,
My guy, Terry
Raheem
F.
hitting the
Baby.
road, Terry Fontenot hitting the road. Even fans are going after
I don't think Terry.
Yeah.
Rich McKay and Arthur Blank at this point right now. Like
Yeah,
they're
Unfortunately
tired of this.
I don't think Terry
unfortunately,
did.
T-Will thinks Terry's not gonna go, but if you look at the reality of it,
Yeah.
Mark's in the chat.
yeah, I'll take off my rosy
Mark
glasses because you
Cheney!
guys. Oh, look, it's Mark Cheney. Yeah, he says it's time.
What
It's
up, Mark?
time. Clean house time. Yeah. What's
Yeah.
up? What's up, Mark? Good to see you. If you take off the rosy glasses, because we love Terry F. Baby, I'm a big Terry F. Baby fan. Met him twice now. First time he complimented my pandas, so shout out to Berto who says they're too basic. Terry F. Baby
Love
complimented
the
them.
pandas.
He's a
Yes,
big
he
Whatever,
loves my
Birdo.
sneakerhead. He's a big
pandas.
sneakerhead.
I love
Yeah,
the
and
pandas.
number two, the second time I met him, he said that he loved my Big Penix Energy shirt. So he does no wrong in my eyes, to be honest. I really know, but to be serious, I really hope that Terry stays. Honestly, I feel like the first few years he came into, Atlanta, he was put. Why are you showing us your shoes?
Pandas.
Oh my,
Let's
oh
go,
goodness.
pandas. Love it.
Um, I feel like the first few years he was almost handicapped because we were in cap hell. Like, just coming off of Matt Ryan and Julio, I feel like he got us back into a great space cap wise. Yeah, he hasn't had like, every draft pick be a hit, but no GM does.
Right.
And I feel like especially this draft, I feel like every year he's gotten better drafting, and I feel like especially this year. I mean, he hit on all 4 of the, picks defensively. I mean, you got 4 starters from day 1, and even last year, like, Dorless is looking
Roop,
great, Rook is looking
Roop.
great. I think he
Even
went,
Billy Bowman
Penix.
before he went down was looking good too
Got
as
Penix
well.
in the first
Xavier
round.
Watts.
you got
Right.
Penix,
Yeah.
hopefully your future franchise
He
quarterback,
drafted
so
Bijan.
yeah,
Thank you.
so I'm a big
So
fan of Terry personally. I think he finds gems to the point of Divine Diablo. I remember when we first signed him, I'm like, who is this guy from
yeah.
LA? I mean, sorry, from Vegas. And wow, he showed me because he's, prior to going on IR, he was balling. So, um, I don't know. My thing is, T-Will, like, yes, I also would love Terry to stay, but if I take off my, fan rosy colored glasses, you cannot tell me an instance where a GM survives 2 head coach firings, 0 playoff appearances, and 0 winning records. It just does not happen, especially in we're talking about a results-driven business. It just doesn't happen, and I feel like that's exactly why, as of right now, he has no extension. He's only our GM through this year. He has
Right.
no extension, I think, and this is speculation, but maybe they told him, "Playoffs or bust. You get us to the playoffs, okay, we'll
Right.
give you an extension. You don't, then you're out."
And
And
you see
another
with Terry, does
reason.
he want to stay? Does he want to go? I mean, for this point right here, right?
Yeah, and like one more point I'll add before you can go T Will if you want to like have a rebuttal or something. The other point I'll bring up is that when you do clean house, most of the time you just, you don't just fire the coordinators and the head coach. You want to just clean house. That way you could start fresh. Maybe they'll let the GM pick the head coach or, it's you don't just keep the GM, and it's very rare that they don't, clean house and they will keep the GM, especially after the circumstance I just mentioned. So I feel like it's really slim chance that Terry survives if we don't make the playoffs and have a winning record, unfortunately.
Great point there, Kerry. Matter of fact, you mentioned clean house. Craig, you're overdue right now, Craig. This room right here needs to be straightened up. I
Oh,
think you said you'll take care of the kitchen too as well, Craig.
where's
If you're
Craig?
in
I
the
don't even
chat,
see Craig.
if you're in the
Oh,
chat, Craig, you heard what Kerry said. We're not just cleaning house over there at Flowery Branch. We're cleaning house over here too as well.
Wow.
So bring the
Oh
broom,
man.
bring the mop, and
Oh,
oh
we'll get you
my
going as soon
goodness.
as you get over here.
oh,
Terry, let's get to your comments, piggybacking off of what Kerry just said, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this show up because Bro Talk and 95 North Berto, they're live right now too as
Oh,
well.
nice. Okay, cool.
Reporting eligible is live. So we want to make sure fans here, if you're watching and you're loving what we're saying, you're definitely going to love what those guys are saying over there too as well. And of course, it's from One Falcon content creator Carrie, Terry, myself over there to another group of Falcon content creators that you guys are doing a great job. Big shout out to Mark Cheney too as well in the chat with the happy belated birthday.
It's so
Shout
good
out
to
to
see Mark.
it's great to see Mark, man. I definitely had a chance to chop it up with him recently, but now he's back on the chat. He's back on the channel here with us talking Falcons. Maybe we can get Mark Cheney to pull up to the podcast and talk some Falcons football with us. That would be great too as well. But Terry, your comments, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up the show. We're going to be back Friday morning too as well. So fans that want to say something tonight and got to get their point across, we're going to be back Friday morning for breakfast for One Time for the Fan. T. Will from ATL Sports, One Time for the Fan. Brother, the platform is yours.
I don't necessarily disagree with it, Kerry. It's unfortunate. And Nando suggested Louis Riddick. I think Louis Riddick would be an excellent GM. Right. I really do. I love Louis Riddick. I think he would be an excellent GM. If that is the case, I would love for him to come be a GM for us. But I think Terry Fontenot has done a great job these past couple of years. And I think if you do fire him, he's going to go to another organization and really do well, right? Mm-hmm. Really do well. And show, well, maybe it wasn't me, right? But whatever. It is what it is. Look, if we do not make the playoffs, and I love Raheem, but he's got to go. Because I would argue the point that Raheem's team this year is twice the team that Arthur Smith ever had.
Oh, 100%.
Twice. And if you cannot make the playoffs, right, with the team that we got, then I mean, it's unfortunate, but he's got to go. Now, Terry, if it's me, Terry stays. But
I hope he stays. I do. I'm a fan of Terry, You, Terry, and the other Terry, I
appreciate it. Albert can stay. And I'm a fan of you, Miss Carey. And you, Jack. But if Albert can stay, Fontenot can stay, but everybody else, you gotta go.
And to your point, T. Will, I feel like Terry this season gave Raheem the ingredients for the recipe. I forgot who originally said this, and I said this on Twitter. Raheem has burnt the recipe. He's burnt it, honestly. As of now, it's burned. So,
it's burned.
I just can't believe
whole lot of stuff.
That Dolphins game. We're only 24 games into Raheem's tenure here, as our head coach again. Well, he was interim last time, but as our head coach, 24 games in so far, and we've been blown out 5 of those times out of 24. That's bad.
Mm-hmm. And Falcon fans are already calling for a new OC, new AC, a little bit new. Hell, they was even asking for a new Freddie the Falcon the other day. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe. No, I'm just playing. Shout out Freddie.
I love Freddie. Honestly.
Shout out
Freddie is
I'm sure Freddie's watching the podcast right now. Like me? What are you talking about me? They
right.
Jumping off the damn top of the bins. Talking about me.
No, I was gonna say, who do I need to come for? Because Freddie is the best mascot.
Freddie's great.
Honestly.
Freddie's great. He's the greatest mascot in the NFL right now. Falcon fans in the chat, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. There's a lot of Falcon fans here, regardless if you're upset about the team or you think the team's going to move forward in the right direction. If you're listening, if you're watching, just drop a rise up in the chat, right? Just drop a rise up in the chat because we want to make sure everybody's on the same page here when it comes to being a Falcon fan. And we just hope that everybody knows that we love our Atlanta Falcons 24/7 every single day of the week. So fans here in the chat, if you're listening, if you're watching, drop a rise up in the chat because regardless of who gets fired at the end of the season or who moves on to a different team at the end of the season, we will still be here as Atlanta Falcon fans. You see Mark Cheney in the chat with the rise up already. So fans, if you're watching and listening, drop a rise up in the chat because I know your boy Deezy, he's still putting on that Falcon jacket. No matter what the score was Sunday, he had that Falcon hat on. He was walking through Kroger with his family, and he still believes in this team. You see a lot of people in here, regardless if you're a season ticket holder, if you're watching the game from the house, or if you're listening to the game on the radio, we're all Falcon fans. And on Sunday, there's some people that's going to say, I'm not watching that game. I ain't listening to them Falcon. I don't want to hear that mess. But you're going to find some way to check out that score at the end of the game, though, because you see Carrie, you see Terry.
We're still going to watch it, Jack.
We're still going to watch it, right?
You missed my story, honestly. I told this to T. Will. I watched the game in Miller's Ale House, and they apparently have satellite. They have all the games in the, sports bar restaurant and on satellite, and all of a sudden it was raining.
Mhm.
Every single game turns off except our game. The few TVs that had the Falcons on stayed on, and every single other TV said lost connection, and we were already getting blown out. I'm like, this is just some stuff right
It's
here.
that Oprah Winfrey moment when what's that movie too? When they pointing at
Like,
Carrie like this, you gonna watch this
in
Falcons
my
game.
Falcons gear, I'm the only Falcons
Yeah,
fan.
you
I'm
do
just
right
like,
by
what?
me. Yeah, you do right by me.
I couldn't
Hey,
believe it.
hey, let me tell you something. I'm always gonna be a Falcon fan. It don't matter what goes on the Sunday, the week after that, end of the season. I am here for life. Before Raheem, after Raheem, before Zach Robinson, after Zach Robinson. There's gonna be players that's gonna retire Falcon fans. I mean, gonna be retired Falcon players. You see the Sean Witherspoon days, the Jared Norwood days, the Matt Ryan, Chris Chandler, Jamal Anderson days. Still repping that red and black, man. It's just what it is. But if you guys enjoyed the podcast tonight, definitely hit that like if you're on Facebook. If you're on Twitter, go ahead and hit that repost, that reshare, whatever they do, retweet. In YouTube, if it's your first time here, you can go ahead and hit that like, share, and that subscribe button because we're going to talk Falcons football all the time. You know, our shows are Sunday nights at 8, Wednesday nights at 8, Friday mornings, breakfast with One Time for the Fan. And, we're getting around to that late fall, winter time. So these are must-win games coming up. So there's going to be a lot of Falcons football to talk, not only with myself and, of course, T-Will. T-Will, what picture is that? Is that the picture behind? What the fuck is that, T-Will? Oh, I'm about to say T-Will logged in back there. What's going on? But
Is that you, Jeff?
are those past episodes of One Time for the
Yeah.
Fan? Is that
Yeah.
okay? I was about to say.
Yeah. I figured you wouldn't object to One Time for the Fan episodes in the back. So, there you go.
Shout out. Hey, One Time for the Fan is from
One
the fan
Time
for
for the fan. There you
Hey,
go.
We're
I'm
all
with you,
fans here.
John. I'm
Right.
with you, John. I'm in Florida, so I'm, always the only Falcons fan. And I had that same walk of shame, unfortunately, leaving Miller's in my
Shout out to
Falcons
Berto.
gear
Berto got to
before we
be at the
get blown
game
out.
Sunday. Berto's up there in Rhode Island, so he's going to the game.
He's
There's
going
some
to the
fans that
game.
live
Yeah,
outside. John
yeah.
Moreno's probably in the Dallas Cowboy, Houston Texan type of area too as well.
Yeah.
I mean, wherever DSGB Hall is hiding Carolyn, they got to watch the game
Oh,
in that little
wow.
quarter too as well. Big shout out to DSGB Hall. But look, if you guys enjoyed the podcast, definitely hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We're on Apple Podcasts. You can listen to us. We're on Amazon. We're on Spotify and a couple of those other small networks too as well whenever we post it online. But YouTube, Facebook, Twitter is where you can really find us when you want to watch us. And we just have a good time in the chat or with the chat talking Falcons football. I did mention before the content creators that's out here, upset and putting out their videos and talking Falcons football. We just want to see the team win. That's all it is. But, Bro Talk, 95 North, reporting eligible. They're live. So we're going to get ready to wrap up this show so everybody can head over there and talk some Falcons football too as well. Those guys do a great job. So we definitely want to show them the respect of heading over there and talk some football with them. T-Will, Carey, we're going to get these shout outs. Breakfast with One Time for the Fan is back Friday morning. How y'all feeling?
Feeling good, man. Hey, this is what we do. We signed up for this, right? Up and down. Let me tell you something, man.
Literally, T-Will, a roller coaster this season.
Let me tell you something. We do, we die. We sink, we swim. We rise, we fall together. And I'm Falcon till the day I die. So, hey, you know what? These past two games have not come out the way that I would like it, but I would not be anywhere else in the world. It is October 29th, 2025. And what the hell else are we going to do? Let's go Falcons. So, Carey, go ahead.
Big shout out to T-Will. Big shout out to you right there. Talking Falcons football, man. Trying to give the Falcons fans a little bit of positivity to get through their Wednesday night, getting ready for Thursday, and we're back for breakfast with One Time for the Fan Friday. T-Will also missed out Eric Parker, helping him get his start in the business. T-Will, that line kind of comes out pretty smooth too as well. I got it down pat. You usually give your shout out to Eric and your shout out.
What about his intro? Let me tell you something.
I've been a Falcon fan my whole. Let me tell you something.
Now, anytime that T-Will and I have a conversation, and when we're in the middle of the conversation, every once in a while, he'll tell me, Carey, let me tell you something. And I just automatically hear his intro. So
That's T Will for you. Nicholas
Oh,
Frazier said he's holding it down in Tampa. So he's out there in
wow.
enemy
What
territory
up, Nick?
too.
I'm
What's
not
going
far
on,
from you,
man?
Nicholas, so I get it. I'll be at the Tampa game. Hopefully I'll see you there.
Yeah,
I hope I'm still seeing you guys there as well. Are you guys still coming down here?
I'll be
Or I'm
there.
gonna be
I'll
by
be
That's
there.
the
myself?
plan. I'm planning on coming.
Okay.
So that's the
75 degrees in
I'm
Tampa around that time. I'm playing golf too as well. You best believe.
nice. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of worried about my Raymond James undefeated record with how we've been playing lately.
We're gonna smack them. We're gonna smack.
Oh,
well,
I'm not
you
gonna
know what?
don't
Either
worry.
way, Carrie and Jack, we're gonna have a good time, man. We're gonna
We
have a
will.
good time, and we're gonna
Definitely
think
are.
positive, and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But
We'll drink that Douce after the games. We toasted the playoffs.
hey,
Carry your shout outs. Who you got a shout out?
Shout out to you, Jack, T Will, Bodie 3000,
Bo-
404 proof.
Bodie!
Um, Shout out to whoever I'm gonna beat in fantasy football this week.
Mm-mm,
I don't
We'll
even
get to
remember
that
who it
Friday
is,
morning.
but
We
mm,
will
I don't
get to
even
that
remember who it
Friday
is, to
morning.
be honest.
mm.
The 6-2
I'm on a hot
Jack of
streak right
Spades
now.
is going crazy right now. So we'll definitely get to that.
So yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Debo Vibes, check out his YouTube channel. He did a little break. He does a recap after each week because we do have a Falcons content creator league, and he always does a breakdown of the results of the league, and he does so great with those. So check that
He
out because it's
does.
hilarious.
He really
Honestly,
does.
The way he
it's
did the instant
hilarious.
replay for T Will, the slow down, the slow
The
mo.
slow motion. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I
But
deserve it. I was talking trash. I deserve it. I deserve it.
yeah, he clipped that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so shout out to everyone in the chat. I truly appreciate you for supporting us and talking Falcons with us. And yeah, like let's just ride the wave, you know? I know Raheem says we're not supposed to ride the emotional roller coaster, but as fans, what else are you supposed to do? So I'm just gonna buckle up and enjoy the ride.
Buckle up, kiddo. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and
Buckle up,
subscribe
buttercup.
button. Big shout to Terry, big shout to Carrie, big shout to Bodie. Hold on, matter of fact. Hey, Bodie. Yeah,
Buddy.
you can put the paint can down. You can come upstairs and say bye to
Oh,
these fans
wow.
real quick.
Oh,
Big
wow.
shout to Bodie 3000, man. Full proof, doing the damn thing all over social media right now. Big shout to Bodie and his podcast with Bird and Boo Man too as well. I was actually at the game with Bird the other day. We was having a good time, man, talking Falcons. Bird kept calling the players, and I'm like, Bird, they losing by 10. They're not finna talk to you right now. Why you keep calling their name? They gotta once they turn around, Jack, they gonna hear me and they gonna lock in. No, they're not. No, they're not, Bird. Stop calling their name. Because we're right there behind the bench. So big shout out to all the Falcon fans. You see Cass T in the chat, win or lose, happy or sad. Real fans don't turn your backs. Rise the
I
hell
love
up.
it, Cass. I mean, it's so true. After everything we've been through as Falcons fans, why like switch up now? I mean,
Right.
at this point,
Right. It's only 60.
Man,
It's only 60 years in the franchise.
You
Why
know
switch
what?
up now? Right.
You know what? I want the Falcons to win for my little brother. I want to see his face. I selfishly want him to win for me.
Right.
But I just want to see Eric's face. I cannot imagine the look on his face.
A lot of people will cry when the Falcons win the Super
When
Bowl.
the
I'll
Like
be
it's a
definitely
well-deserved
Oh
Super Bowl
my
win.
God. Oh, I
I'll
can.
be-
I
I
do.
don't even know. I'm gonna have to take off like probably 2 weeks from work. I'm not
hell
gonna
yeah.
lie.
Like,
There's
And I'm gonna
don't
be
even
up in
talk.
Atlanta partying because
Right.
it's gonna be a celebration, and
Don't
I need to
forget, we're
be
doing
with
the
my Falcons
24-hour
family.
stream. Falcons win the Super Bowl. We're doing the 24-hour
let's
stream.
That
go.
would be so much
Let's
fun.
go.
Get ready for that.
We just
Right?
That would
I'm
be
not ready for
awesome.
we're
it.
gonna
but
need
I
help
hope
from
it's-
some
We're gonna
of
be
our
on our
buddies.
Kai
Though.
Cenat.
We're
You
gonna.
know what?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna break Kai Cenat's record. Right? We're gonna
Tell
definitely
you
go
what
for
we
that.
should do, Jack. What we should do to make this more palatable, right, is to include our podcasting family on it.
We're gonna need that for 24 hours. I'm
To
sure.
take
course.
breaks. To take
So Big Low,
9
Uncle
a.m. We
Steve,
need that.
A1, Birdo,
Everybody.
yeah,
Debo, Big Low,
Debo.
everybody.
yeah.
Matter of
That's
fact,
what
Big Low's still looking for those golf balls. Big Low, did you find them yet?
oh wow.
There's 2 behind the tree. No, to your left. So
Yeah.
Falcon fans, hit that like, share, subscribe button, man. As you can see right here, shout out to the Candid Room with Maggie T in the chat too as well.
Hi,
What up,
Maggie.
Maggie? What up,
She said
Maggie?
she cried making it to the Super Bowl. I drove 12 hours to Houston. I remember the whole situation with Ernest and Carolyn and the buses, and you know what happened there when the fans never, got a chance to make it down there. And then I told fans, look, I'm heading down to doggone Houston. I just bought a new car that same week. So I was like, I'm finna put some miles on this joker. I drove a beautiful 12 hours down to Houston, playing my music and the Falcon flags flying, seeing cars passing me in Louisiana and Alabama and Mississippi as I drive down to Houston. But then after the game, I made that 12-hour ride back in 4 hours. I don't know how the hell I got back so fast, but I checked out of that hotel. I didn't even stay over the night. See what? After the game was over, grabbed my suitcase, and I took a couple 5-hour energies, and I fucking hot-tailed it straight back to Atlanta, man. I was so pissed. But we're going to get that moment again. We're going to get that moment again, Falcon fans. We're going to make it back to the Super Bowl.
I'm proud of the fact that happened, and we're still fans.
Oh yeah, we're still fans.
I'm proud of the fact that we withstood one of the worst losses in history, and we are still here.
We're not going nowhere.
Which reflects character.
We're not going nowhere,
and I love it. And you know what? It's just gonna make the fact that when we do win that Super Bowl, whenever that magical, majestical moment, it's gonna make it that much sweeter.
Bro, I'm going to New Orleans in a couple weeks talking hella shit. I don't care what the record is. I'm a Falcon fan for life. I've been doing this for years. But then again, like tomorrow, I have to go to work. So it's like I can't just sit here and devote 100% to the Falcons. They have a job to do. I have a job to do. And God damn it, Craig, I keep seeing you on the damn ring camera. Can you go back there and put them damn leads away? You got a job to do too as well. I know you're in the chat, Craig. Craig's like, I'll be back Friday morning.
Oh, Craig. Craig's gonna be ready for you. Craig is gonna be ready.
One time for the fan. A lot of people's here from Twitter. Head over to YouTube. One time for the fan. You know, we're live over there. Hit the like, share, subscribe. Drop your comments over there too as well. You know, we're on X. You see at the bottom of the screen. Twitter, X, whatever it is. One time for the fan. Instagram. Do you guys have Instagram? Because if you have Instagram, go ahead and follow us on the IG. One time for the fan. It's so cool. Me and Carrie had a conversation this morning. Carrie, I got your message. But there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen this weekend. Y'all going to love it when it comes to this. One time for the fan with social media. We're going to turn it up a notch. No matter if the Falcons are winning, no matter if the Falcons are losing, we're going to turn it up a notch. So if you have Instagram, head on over to One Time for the Fan. Hit that follow button too as well. We'll be back Friday morning talking Falcons football, breakfast with One Time for the Fan. We're going to have a great time doing that as well. T, I think 9 a.m. is pretty good, right? We'll probably crank it up like 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
And it's going to be great. It's going to be great to do what? Talk Falcons football with a lot of Falcon fans who just want to see the team win. Big shout out to Miss Carrie. Big shout out to Bodie. Big shout out to T-Will. One time for the fan. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. Of course, you know what Falcons love to do.
Rise up.
We rise up. So
bye, everyone.
We up out of here. Carrie, shout out to the background too as well. Not only the new Falcon hat, the Falcon sweater too as well. She's on that Michael Penix energy. That's her quarterback. That's my quarterback. Big shout out to
that's my quarterback.
Big shout out to everybody, man.
To go Sunday.
I can't wait. Friday morning, we're back though, talking Falcons football. Head over to Bro Talk. Bro Talk's live right now. 95 North Falcons talk show. They're live right now. So head over there and let's go talk some Falcons football with them. Big shout out to you all.